Oh, am I going? Okay, this is my first time doing this. I'm going to be animating a little window cleaner guy in TVpaint. Animating straight ahead. Well, I have it blocked out a bit here. Okay, so you can kind of see the blocking here. Whoops. It's a window cleaner, and I'm going to squirt it, and this guy's going to come out with a little bucket and a rag, and he's going to clean my window. Oh, look at that. Okay, this is my first time doing a live thing, so I'm just figuring everything out, so be patient with me. Hello. Cool. It's working. We're on. Alright, so I'm going to set up a new layer here, and going to start animating this little guy. Little window cleaner guy. Going to turn the opacity down on the rough animation. Oh, video resolution not optimal. Alright, here we go. I'm going to start off on a frame where the guy's actually visible. He's like a little, like plumber guy. Little bare feet. Let me know if it's working or if it's not, or I need to tweak something, volume or whatever. I'll add a few little spray bits there. So this first pass is not quite a rough pass, but it's not quite a final pass. Turn on the onion skinning, turn that down, turn off those. Alright, and then we hit the window, splat. We're going to stretch him out. Maybe his hands, fingers are still stretching. Awesome, thank you. Splat. Then his little feet maybe are still stretched behind him. Splat. I need a little bit more distance on this. I'm going to move this guy back. Okay. He's splatted. There he goes. And then another splat frame is he's going to be full splat. A little bit more squished. Legs go splat. Little toes splat. And he's got these little cuffs on his overalls. Hello, Sir G Snipe. Thanks for joining in. This is my first ever live stream. So far, it's all right. All right, splat. I don't know if I need that middle frame. It's pretty. Might work out better if it just. Let's try it without this. Yeah, that's better. Much better. This was made the splat too slow, so if it just goes straight into the full squash, it's better. Okay. A small H on his back for one frame. What is the H for? Oh, you know what though? I forgot he's got a little rag in his back pocket. I'll add it later. Actually, that might make a good secondary effect on this thing. I'll give his little this little back pocket rag. And then watch this. He's got his little rag. And then when he hits, the only thing that's going to move is going to be that little rag, and then it'll be a good little effect, hopefully. Little toes, fat butt. And then rag goes like that. There we go. Boink. Boink. Maybe we'll add another frame of him just stuck there on the wall. Let me know if you guys have any questions or anything as I'm doing this. And then he starts falling back. So I'm just animating pretty much straight ahead. I had it blocked out, but not very much detail. And I'm just going for it. Most animators actually would prefer to have a bit more of a plan, but I like to just go with it and see what happens. Okay. Maybe you'd see a little eyeball as he starts to fall off. And then his arms a little limp. Boink. Oh, needs a bigger belly. A little tuft of hair. I could give him a little tuft of hair. I don't want him to look too I don't know. I feel like that's a character that exists. Little boink. Oh yeah, and then there's a bucket that's going to come out with him, but I'll animate that afterwards. Okay. Now to the second bounce. Actually, he's going to have a full fall frame. Full fall. Round boy. He's going to be serious because this is his job, you know, to wash the windows. So he's not fazed by this. This is just day in the life of little round boy. Center of the eye on the first falling frame. Center of the eye. Not sure what you mean by that. Okay, now squash. And we're gonna squash them real good. Real good. Squash. Oh yeah. And I'm not being too fiddly with the details because doesn't matter. It'll go by in 1 second and you'll never know the difference. Thanks for joining in, ItchNetDo, my first ever live stream. It's very exciting. Okay, boink, and then he bounces up and flips backwards. Whoa. Whoa. Leg's a bit broken there, but you know, it's a rough fall. Thank you, Lico TV Films and GeoSam. Alright, now he's flipping over this away. Oh, wait, which way are his hands going? I have no idea. He's not surprised, but he's going for a little ride. Whoa. Boink. Nice, thank you. Yeah, this is, it's funny because was doing the animations on the plastic for so long. Basically, the only reason I was doing that, I mean, it was fun, of course. It is fun. But I just didn't have a computer. And now that I have a computer, this is so much faster. And I'm literally animating the exact same way. You know, it takes the same amount of skill. It's just a little bit less tedious for me, and I can still tell the same stories, even though it doesn't necessarily have that effect. But I don't know. Okay, there's going to be one frame where it's a bit hung up in the air. Oh, that's not working. And then, so he stalls in the air. There's 2 frames where he's like hanging, and then he's just going to immediately come crashing back down. This also has better video quality. Yes, it does. Yeah, that's true. And a lot of times, I don't know, it's funny because some people were like, what is your hand doing in the frame? And then some people are like, oh, why'd you take your hand out of the frame? But most people, it's kind of funny, didn't even notice that it was my hand holding the cells. Okay, so he's flipping, and now another squish. This one's not quite as big of a squish, but he'll still squish pretty good. Oh yeah, we need that little back pocket guy. Yeah, I could have the thing fall out of his back pocket, but I kind of need it to be there for when he reaches back and grabs it. All right, how are we looking? Doink, doink. Okay, not bad. Hey, it's John Mangrum. Hey, Django. Thanks for tuning in. I'm animating a little fat guy, a little fat window washer guy. And this little rag fall. He's got a big butt. Yeah, Chief Wiggum. It is. Yeah, I'll add some Simpsons in there. This is Simpsons. One of the new characters on The Simpsons, you know? Alright, he's going to sit there for a second longer. Just going to add another frame that's pretty much the same as this frame for just a little wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Doink, doink. Doink, doink. Okay, one more. Because he's beat. And this one's pretty much exactly the same as the previous frame. Then, well, yeah. Then he gets up. He's going to use his little arms first. Slide them up. And shift his weight back into his butt. Slide his little legs forward. I'm going to finish animating that towel later because I don't know if these are going to be the final poses for this movement. Well, he's kind of moving up all at once, but I think it works. In reality, he would plant the hands and then move the legs, but I don't got time for that. Let's see. Now, hand planted. Leg. Sliding a little bit. There we go. Thank you, DF. Thank you for tuning in. And thank you for listening. Alright, this little foot's gonna go like that. No, I haven't heard that song, John. It sounds beautiful. Okay, then I think I'm going to animate the bucket now. My plan drawing is way early now, so I'm going to spread that out a bit. All right, and then I'm going to animate the bucket on another layer. This is cleaner. This is bucket. Bucket. The bucket's going to shoot out just a little later. So, yeah, Matthew Gale, what inspired me to get into animating? I think like flip books and just drawing on, doodling on things, and then I guess it was probably from like doing stop motion videos, like with my dad's old camera, and then I let's see, the bucket's gonna come out like this. Sorry. Yeah, just like the magic of making stuff come to life just like immediately amazed me, that I could do a little stop motion with like my little Godzilla guy and some GI Joes or whatever, and then or army men, and you could make things come to life. And then I think I was pretty much immediately hooked after my first time ever doing that. Okay, the bucket's gonna come in like this, and then doink, it's gonna hit the window like that, and then, oh man, yeah, I think it needs to be a little later. I don't know, it's kind of distracting from the other animation now. Earlier works good. Thank you, Eric Steele. Yes, well, you know, I don't know. It's just, I've done a lot of drawing in my day. Okay. Maybe the bucket bounces back farther than that. It's pretty bouncy. Bouncy buckets. I'm just worried that the bucket is gonna be too distracting. I could hold the guy on there. A couple more frames. No. Too long. That could work. I'll leave it like that for now. Okay. Then the bucket, bucket is gonna fall. And then it hits the ground. The arcs are a little off there, so it would hit more like there. And then it would bounce up this way. Doink, doink. Do a couple little flips. Oh, my onion skinning is off. That's why. I'm going to turn the onion off on that guy. Flip, flip, flip. Buckets of flipping. Whoops. My number 1 and number 2 favorite principle of animation, Principal Skinner, and that's the only one I know. Then it's going to hit on the ground. This thing's going to slam down, blink, and then bobble a bit. And then it'll roll. That might be. Well, that's not bad. I don't want the bucket to settle at the same time that he does. I want it to be a little bit offset. Well, that's not bad. Actually, it'll be nice to have it rolling while he's still. So you'll see kind of, it'll highlight the roll of the bucket more. I don't know, that handle probably wouldn't do that as it's rolling, just skid along like that, but maybe it's a magical bucket. Principle from Arthur. Oh, Super Nintendo Chalmers. Yeah, that's a good one. Or the lady from the Magic School Bus. I don't think she's a principal, but maybe by now she is. She's worked her way up. That little handle thing is bothering me. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have it go like this and do a full rotation around. I would usually never bother on this kind of stuff, but you know, I don't know. Why not? Then it slams down. A little stretch. There. Oh, that looks weird. Oh dear. Oh, that's not bad. All right, a few more rolling frames on the bucket. Now that thing's like an anchor kind of. And it's just gonna go. I'm not being too picky about volumes and whatnots. Really doesn't matter. This is a quick, stupid little joke. Whoops. Okay, then what I'm going to do is just draw this exact same frame 3 times. And that will give it a moving hold, which will be just like a little wiggle. So I just copy those 3 frames, paste, 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 paste. We got a little wiggle. All right. So, it's still looking at. No, that's not bad. I think you might be on the window for a little too long. Oh yeah, she's just a school bus driver. Alright, that hold is not right. Well, maybe I'll just draw it again. Or have a little bit of a start to peel. Start to peel off a bit. Okay, that should work. Yeah. Okay, little guy. Now he's got to go get his bucket. Yo, what's up, Tropics? Thanks for tuning in. For people that just tuned in, this is a little animation I'm working on about a new window cleaner. I think the caption's going to be like, just got a new window cleaner. And then out comes the little window cleaner. He's a good little guy. All right. The question is, does he... Oh, he picks up the bucket and then pulls out... Yeah. Okay, picks up the bucket, then pulls out his little hanky. John is trolling me so hard right now. Okay. Now, he's going to lean a bit. Oh, that's off. Come on. Where did the name Hombre Mixtiz come from? It was my name on Instagram. When I first got Instagram, I just came up with like a random name, and then it just kind of stuck. But yeah, it's kind of nice. I mean, I don't know. The name is just ridiculous, but it's nice to not have it be my real name, because I can kind of wear a different hat and be Hombre Mixtiz and not be forever connected to it. Okay, stand up, does a little wiggle, 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 wiggle. And he's up, and he's already looking over at his bucket, going about business. I think he's getting a little big here. Hmm? Yeah, my volumes are getting inflated. I think it'd be funny if he walks like a little penguin or something. Well, I cheated that a bit, but it's not working. A little label on it. What would you like the bucket to say? Soap? Cleaning fluids? I'm going to add just a little bit of a antic in here where his foot is firmly planted. And in between those hand frames, it's definitely getting a little bigger than I want, but that's okay. Uh-oh. Something's popping. Oh, yeah. That antic's not working. He's going to have to... Because he goes back, and then I think if I'm going to do the antic, he's got to be leaning backwards more. Kind of, it's got to flow with the movement. Let's see if that works. That's better. Still a little off. Some arcs somewhere. Oh, that one's off. Steve's bucket supply. I don't know. That would be a lot of work to animate all those letters. I think what's happening is this. So you can see the red line there and the purple line there, and then this arc is off in his motion, so it's popping. So if I just put a line right in between those two lines, that should be better. It's a little better. Alright, whatever, I don't care. Let's just make him pick up this bucket. So opposite legs, opposite arms in the walk cycle. That's really all you need to know. Roger Rabbit looking animation. Thank you. That's awesome. Big fan of Roger Rabbit. Okay. Now he's gonna take one big step over to the bucket because I don't feel like animating another step. I don't know why he's got bare feet, but you know, it's just that kind of window washer. Dickensian. So now this arm's coming forward. It's got his little grabby hands. He's gonna lift his foot up a little half step. Just to get him closer to the bucket. Have you ever tried to animate the legs opposite arms but accidentally done the arms opposite legs? Pretty sure that's the same thing. Yeah, I do it all the time. What tripod do you use for your phone? For your iPhone, I use. Oh, it's not here right now, but it's just a. I don't know, standard tripod. I like to have tripods that have some weight to them, some heft. And then the mount that I use, the iPhone mount, is just some cheapo ones that I bought on Amazon. They actually really suck. I used to have a better one that was made by, I forget, but I feel like the quality in those iPhone holders has gone way downhill. They're just mass produced. Alright, now his other little hand is out. The volumes are off by a lot here, but I can fix that later if it needs fixing. I think it's probably fine. Yeah, actually that looks weird. It's just this back line. There we go. He was getting a little too fat. Now, reaching for the bucket. Almost there, little guy. Just reach a little farther. Whoops. Okay, he got his bucket. This is actually looking pretty funny. Little guy. All right. Then he's. Wait a second. Does he? Okay, there's just going to be a little bit of a stretched frame as he's picking it up. Or he's going to, yeah. And then, oh man, he's getting so much bigger than in the original plan. I'll just slowly shrink him back to scale. Ah, God. Okay, I can kill the bucket now. It's the last bucket frame. This part is not as exciting as when he was bouncing around and moving around. It's just like kind of slow and tedious movements, but I don't know. Maybe it's interesting. What? Oh no. I drew those drawings on the bucket layer. Paste. Oops. Okay. Gonna lock that layer. Okay, now where was I? Ah, his head's getting a weird shape on it. All right. Picking up the bucket. I'm also trying to I should probably save this. Thanks for reminding me, John. Okay, he's just turning. Turns the bucket upright. His head's getting a little bit of a weird shape, but oh well. Then there is a bucket handle, but it's on the other side of the bucket right now. Makes you crave jelly beans. He is a little jelly bean guy. All right, now he's gonna curve the opposite way and release the bucket. Oh, I need another permanent bucket pose here. Gonna go up to my bucket and there is the bucket. And then this bucket I need to draw 3 times and give it that wiggle. And then copy, paste, 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 paste. A little wiggle bucket. Okay. We got our guy. Squirt, squirt, burp. Now he's going to reach in his pocket. He's a happy guy. He's getting too eggy. Where those hilarious ideas come from? They come from my sketchbook mainly. I just doodle in my sketchbook until and make something kind of interest. Sometimes it takes like a million pages, and sometimes it takes 10 pages. But the key is persistence. If you just draw a bunch, you'll eventually draw something that's amusing. All right, he's gonna really milk this pose, this oh, I gotta fill this in so it'll be easy for coloring later, even though the bucket is in front of it. All right. My sketchbook comes from my your local sketchbook store. All right, now I'm going to retrace this this little hanky through all these movements. Oops. Okay, now it's clearly silhouetted. A little hanky grab. This program is called TVpaint. It's French animation software that it's kind of expensive, but I think it's worth it because actually it's very expensive, but I think it's worth it because it replicates the 2D animation process like pretty closely as far as like onion skinning and simplicity of layers, and the pen tools are pretty good, pretty dynamic. But now, like since I've learned this program and been using it, like I think like Procreate maybe I haven't really used it that much, but I think it may be just as easy to use and a lot cheaper. Okay, let's go. Let's get this part done with. Grabs the hanky. I'll have one, so his hand grabbed it, and then he needs one antic before he pulls it out, where the hand is still not moving, but the rest of his body is preparing for that movement. Boom, boom. And then just one big stretchy pull frame, something like that might work. And then it's stretched, and then it's popped out, and he's got it in his hand. There's going to be a little bit of a little bits dribbling from his pocket. Okay. And now he looks at the bucket, anticipating his next move, which is swinging that rag. Swinging that rag. Oh, that's a bad foot. Swinging the rag into the bucket. Alright, let's see how this is looking. Not bad. He could probably, there's a lot of lines moving, especially this one is a little distracting around his collar. It's moving way too much. I don't want that. That one's... That's fine. Let's watch the whole thing. Okay, let's see it one time without the rough animation. And at regular size. There's some weird movement with his arm here. Oh yeah, that frame is off. Alright, that's a quick fix. There we go. What? Now it looks even weirder. Maybe it's this one. That should be better. Yeah, it's fine. One more time. Okay. Now, this shouldn't be too much longer. Now you just gotta dunk the rag like that. Rag dunking. Donk, 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 donk. And then there's going to be maybe his mouth comes forward because he's focused. Focused on the dip and dunk. Thank you for the live stream. It's always good to process and hearing the story and steps. Thank you. Thanks for tuning in, Matthew Gale. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I definitely want to do more of these. So I'm glad that you guys are tuning in and sticking around. It definitely helps keep me focused and keep me at my desk, because if I wasn't live streaming this would have taken me a lot longer by now, just because I would have been distracted and eating snacks. All right. I'm gonna have him. I don't think he needs to do it. I was gonna have his hand kind of swizzle around in there and soak it up. I think just a quick splash will work. And now he's gonna be already looking up to where he's going. Oh, I haven't been closing off that hand. That's going to be annoying to paint. There we go. I don't know. It's kind of funny with the quick dunk, but maybe. Oh, you know what? I'll have him dunk, look up, and then as he turns, his arm will go back for one more little swizzle. So it'll just straighten out like that, and then he comes up. This. He's going to put all his weight on this foot so that he can lift this one up. And then weight back. I'll leave this arm kind of stretching in there. So it looks like the rag has weight, has some weight to it. That's his other foot. He looks like a little baby or something. He's got it. His other arm's going to be there. Now we get to the freaking part we've all been waiting for. Where he actually washes the window. Okay, this is going to be oops, forgot his other arm. What does he do? He lifts it up, and then does he sling it back and then slap it on the window, or does he just lift it straight to the window. I think just for the sake of simplicity, it's just going to go straight to the window. I don't need to emphasize that for any reason. But I am going to add a bit of a squash because he's landed on his weight on both legs. And his arm. Go back. This one. It's coming up. It's all wet. I don't know if this is going to work. Let's see. It's kind of weird. His head's going down. Huh. Well, good point, John Magrum. A wet rag needs to have 6 drops per moisture content molecule. And, you know, if you get that off, it's your animation's ruined. Oh, that doesn't work at all. Why is this so confusing? Okay. Now he just needs a stretch. I think. We just stretch him out. I don't know what his right arm's doing. I'm going to have to fix that later, but okay, it's drifting. See, John Magrum, you can tell now that it's a wet rag. Ooh. Alright, it's working. He's kind of changing shape a little bit, but that's good enough. Now I just need a 5-frame cycle of him washing. What is this? This is a window washer. Alright, I'll play it from the top. I mean, a window cleaner. A new brand of window cleaner that squirts out little window cleaners. Yeah, and then just a little 6-frame, and then that should do it for the animating. And then I'll come back in and color it, which can take a while. May whoop. Nice, Guido. May whoop for sure. The question is, does he do a full body motion for the clean, or just a little elbow grease, or little circles? We'll go little circles. See what happens. Oh yeah, forgot the drippity drips. What I should have done is done a little stop motion on the live action part of this, and had a little bit of smeared a little bit of soap on the window. But it can be hard to work with water because it's liquid. So I can just draw it in instead. I figure. I forgot his cuff last ring. Nope. Okay. I guess it's only going to be a 4-frame cycle. But I like to put the looping frame at the end so I can sync up to it. So purple is the frame I want to end up at, and red is the previous frame. So he's going to go like that. And then wait, what is happening? Oh, what? Oh, I'm going to add one more frame in between here, just to finish out that full loop. And I'm just in between the purple and the red lines, just to have that come full loop and sync up. And then I can just copy and paste these frames. Yeah, so Five frame loop. Perfect. Little guy. I need to get rid of those drips on the duplicated frames. Well, yeah. These. Gotta go. Okay. Hello from Moscow. Hello, Kira. Melissa King. Hey, it's Coconut Justice. What's happening? Wait. Carlos. I think. What do you call this type of animator? Over live action or Roger Rabbit type? I don't know. I mean, there's a subreddit called like Real Life Doodles, but that's more for like animating on top of like other people's videos and like other pre-recorded live action videos. I kind of combine stop motion in most of mine, not in this one, but so I don't know. Yeah, Roger Rabbit animation is kind of good, but I don't know if there really is a name for it. I think that's good. I think I just need to duplicate this bucket until the end. I think I got a little window cleaner. It just works on one little spot, but that's okay. But the most disturbing news is the elephants are actually gray. Purple and red lions, yes, that's right. Looks like there's a missing frame in there. Yes. I'll just copy. Nope. Copy that one. Paste it in there. Okay. His head looks a little pointy at the end, but what are you going to do? I think that's fine. Okay. That was an hour and 34 minutes. That's not bad. Well, should I color it now? Do you guys want to see me color it, or is that too boring? I think what I'm going to do is color the bucket first. Yeah, I'll just get the bucket. So go here, new color, texture, layer, and then yeah, there's only 3 frames where the bucket is on the other layer, but that's okay. Bucket's gonna be gray. So you just go like that. One line, and hopefully the shape is closed enough that it's oh, there's that handle thing too. Well, I'll do the handle on the second pass. Okay, so this is just the color of the bucket. gray front face. And bottom. This is another reason why I like working in TVpaint, because the coloring part is so simple and it's so nice, and it can go so fast. And like when the bucket is in the same place for a while, like, well, it's still moving a little bit, but I'll make that. Like that. See? Oh, wait. There. Now it stays there for a while, so the whole time it's there, I can just go, whoa, no. Like that. And it stays colored in. How does the water... Yeah, well, that's a good question. Magic, the magic of animation. No, I figure there's a little bit of water left in there even after it flips around. It's you know, it's a magical bucket. I might add some water, like kind of spilling out, but it's a magical bucket. Those things don't need to be addressed. All right, then bucket just stays here the rest of the time, so I can just go like that. I got a gray bucket. I gotta go back and add the inside color. Oops. Okay, bucket's done. Wait, no, it's not done. I think that little handle is wooden. So, look at that. That. And that. And that. You could draw the guy spit the water into the bucket as part of his job. Oh yeah, I could do that. I feel like that might be pushing the... I don't think it's that big of a point. And, you know, the guy shoots out of a freaking squirt bottle. I don't think it's that much of a stretch of an imagination to imagine that he's got a permanently moist bucket. Hola from Argentina. How's Argentina this time of year? I imagine it's summer time? Hey, thanks for oh, Jim P. Or is that Jim Parker? Do you work at Ardman? No, never mind. Parkin. I don't know. I wonder if that's who that is. Is that who you are, Jim? Or is that another Jim? That'd be pretty cool if it was. Okay. Look at that bucket. It's like a freaking bucket, just bucketing it up. All right, now I need to add a color texture layer to the guy, and I'm going to get these two bucket frames while I have my bucket colors. Just get those on there. Okay. Now we're going to paint this guy. So he's got dark blue overalls, I guess. That's too dark. There. Maybe a little bluer. There. And he's got like light blue cuffed things. It's going to be a lot of work to paint those cuffs in every frame, but I think it's worth it for some reason. It just makes him look more like a plumber guy. I don't know, what color should he be? I don't want to... Okay. I'll come back and do the cuffs. For now, I'm going to do the skin tone. He's going to be a pale guy. What if the water from the bucket flies out of the bucket and flying out the window, drops back when man straightened bucket on the floor? Yeah, that could work. I just, again, I feel like, I mean, this animation is going to go by so fast that we're not even going to have time to wonder what happened to the water. Hopefully. I don't know. But that's a good creative solution. This is a program called TVpaint. Tahoma 2D is a great free software that can do stop motion and drawing over it. Oh, that's cool. I'm going to write that down. Tahoma 2D. Cool, thank you, Jim P. So yeah, this is a program called a pale guy. It's pretty good. There's a program called TVpaint, and it's a French animation software. Okay, right now I'm just gonna do broad strokes, just his little uniform overalls. I don't know what it is. what do you call those? Coveralls. Yes, some of these bits are going to need to be cleaned up. Actually, that is weird. I'll just go like that. Look at that. I don't know. It's the color of his skin is so too fleshy looking. It's kind of off-putting. Maybe I'll make him just white. No, that looks weird too. That's fine. Okay. Windex blue? Oh, now that's an idea. Let's see how that looks. Windex blue would be like some. Interesting. Very interesting. Frog green. Harold the purple crayon. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna stick with the skin color. It's fine. It makes him more relatable. So if I was doing this animation with the cell animation, this process would take a whole lot longer, like 2 or 3 days of just painting cells and then drying them, and then painting the next color on the cells and then drying those, and then it just takes a lot longer. So this way, I can finish an animation in a day. Actually, where are we at? 2 hours. Well, this will take probably another hour. Okay, I'm just hitting the big spots. I'm not going to worry too much about the gaps in the exclusion zones. I'm going to come back and get those later. This is fun. I agree. Comics physics don't care where the water is. I enjoy imagining a small splash to a puddle that he splats with his face as a secondary slapstick moment. It's a genius. Anyway, thank you. Yes, that's a good way to put it. It's cartoon. What'd you say? Comics physics. Sure. I like that. Oh, we got a problem. His arm is not in front of the bucket. I'll deal with it later. This is the part where I usually put on a podcast or something and just tune out and zone out. But, do you guys have any questions or anything? Any questions? Any comments? Any shout outs? That's it. It's the last one. Okay, now I gotta go back through. And I'm gonna use the skin tone. So now is my last. Oops. That was the last chance to change that color, but I think I'm just gonna go with it. Okay. Hey, Goldie, thank you for tuning in. This has been fun. I definitely want to do more live stream stuff. I don't know. What else could I... Maybe I could live stream when I'm doing some stop motion animation in the background or something like that. Whoa. That's supposed to be blue. And that needs to be filled in. And then it's a foot, and then that's a exclusion. What? Exclusion zone. Okay. Yeah, this is my first live stream. I've done some live streaming before on Twitch, but I don't really have an audience on Twitch, and so I was kind of just doing it to nobody. But this is nicer to have people actually there watching. So yeah, this is my first YouTube live stream. But I really enjoy doing this, and I'm glad that there's people watching. Um, oh, sorry, John. Yeah, John Magrum was there in my Twitch live streams. He was the only person there, and he kept me great company. You know, I take that back, John Magrum. But we hang out a lot in person also, so you know, I don't know. We could just animate together in real life. Well, not anymore. Oops, that's not a hand, that's his towel. Well, yeah, I'm surprised the numbers here have been pretty consistently pretty good, which is nice. Good amount of people tuning in. I wonder if there's other things I can do. Have any of you guys seen any other animators live streams, and like seen what they kind of things that they do other than animate? Or while they're animating, is there something that I could add, like I don't know, another view or another screen? Okay, John, that is inappropriate. Window cleaner. Sometimes I need to watch it just to remind myself that I'm making progress. And I'm going to add a bunch of squirty effects afterwards. But that's looking pretty good. Squirt, boink, boink. Okay, back into it. Oh, I forgot to turn off my onion skinning. Oh, that's so much better. Oops. Yeah, it's a lot of frames, but this is nothing compared to when they're hand-drawn cells, and it's just a big stack of cells that you have to paint by hand. This is easy peasy. Do you ever keep watching it over and over and realize you're doing it because you just don't want to do more work on it? Yep. Story of my life, John Magrum. Okay, almost there. See, sometimes it's a, well, this is, I guess this is a loop, so I can just copy and paste these when I'm done. Yeah, where does it start? Yeah, I'll just copy and paste those later. Oh, I guess I should do the first few, the one. Oops. Oopsies. Okay, that's the full loop. No. Okay. Now I go back to the beginning again. And we'll do the cuff color. But I don't like that cuff color. That's too light. I'll go with this color. Yeah. I guess I could do the... Oh no! I'll do the handkerchief while I'm here. No, maybe I won't. I'll do it later. Okay. Cuffs. 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 That's not a cuff. That's a cuff. That's a cuff. Is it a cuff if it's on his leg? Or is it something else? Oh, I definitely enjoy having finished the animation. The actual animating, I mean, it's really fun, but it's definitely feels like work to get through it. But in the end, it's worth it because then it's done. But I enjoy the process. And, you know, like I said before, usually I'd be like, I would be just listening to a podcast or something, and that would be entertaining or relaxing. Oh, this is annoying. Okay. I'm just going to forget about that cuff. Okay, now I'll get the rag. This is definitely taking a little longer than I thought, but it's definitely a more like involved animation than I normally do, because the character is like more complex than most of my characters, and the animation, like the actual movements, are a little bit more involved. He takes a few steps, and he's just got a few more actions. Oh, this guy's missing skin tone. Oh, I should do the eyes while I'm at it too. I guess that's the first frame with the eyes. Man, how did I miss so many? Yes, Goldie, thank you. Yeah, and it's definitely people assume that like when I'm not if I'm not doing the cell animated animations, people assume that the ones that are um, animated on a computer are just like, you just press a couple buttons and then voila, you have an animation. But it's actually pretty much the same amount of work. It's just minus the paint, which in like the drying time and stuff like that. But it's still just takes a lot of time to get to the end product. John Megram, are you still here? Hey, John's still here. What are you working on, John? John works at DreamWorks Animation Studios. Oh. Oops. Oh, I forgot so many frames. Shrek 8K remaster. Yes, I've been waiting so long for that. Okay, getting there. When you do cell animation, do you have to plan ahead more since erasing and drawing positions is not as easy as it is on the computer? No. Actually, I plan ahead less. Well, actually about the same. I'll just do like a rough underdrawing and then just animate straight ahead with the cells. But the good thing about the cells is like when I'm shooting it, I can move my hand, so I can make small adjustments as I'm shooting. Um, and yeah, so that helps. And then when I'm erasing the cells, I have like I keep some alcohol swabs nearby, so if I do need to if I make a mistake and need to erase something, I can just swab out the Sharpie. But I don't do that very often. A lot of times I'll just draw over it, and just leave it sloppy because it's just one frame in many. Okay. It's pretty good. I just got to figure out what I'm going to do about this hand thing. I think what I'm going to do is delete the bucket. You know me, John. Always a bucket of booze. Okay. I'm going to copy the bucket there and paste. No, I'm not going to paste. No. Okay, what am I going to do? No! It's hard because I could just move the bucket on a lower layer, on a bottom layer. But then his leg is still behind the bucket. Does that make sense? Oh, yeah, okay. So what I'm going to do is draw the bucket on this frame. Oops. Needle books for stitchers currently. Knitting on some felt pages. That's fun. Hopefully the bucket hasn't moved too far. Uh-oh. It did move. That's okay. Oh, yeah. It moved a little bit. That's fine. No, it looks weird. The bucket shrinks. Okay, gonna work backwards. This is so frustrating. Well, whatever. It is what it is. It's a shrinking bucket. Back to coloring. Does this? Yes, it does have keyboard shortcuts. I'm using some of them, but some of them I don't really know yet. Oh, yeah, TVpaint. It's French animation software that is kind of pricey, but pretty cool. I know, right? It must be frustrating watching me mess up. But I think I got it. Oh wait, no, I missed a bunch of spots there. The good thing is, when it plays in real time, you barely even notice. So you can get away with a lot of mistakes, usually. Oops. Okay, now I just need to separate his little foot. Get that little bit. Okay, getting so close. So close. Alright, I'm going to play it without the onion skins. I'm going to save it. How's the file size playback with TVpaint? I use Clip Studio and it can take a bit with longer shots. It's really good with TVpaint. I mean, there's like no delay really. Yeah, I mean, that was me saving it. It takes a little bit to export, but yeah, there's no real delay in rendering time. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Window cleaner. Squirt. That's going to be a fun one to do the sound effects for. Getting close. Do you guys know if the if this live stream will stay on my YouTube channel so people can like watch it later? Post your Twitch link. Oh, is this? I don't use Twitch that much anymore. I think I like this better. Okay, what do I need to do? I need to make this water more watery. I'm gonna make it bluish. And color that in. Slurp. That's some wet water right there. Oops. Oopsie. Eyeball frame. Oh, I need to copy and paste those frames. Okay. When you stop streaming, your archive will keep the same video ID. Archives will keep the views, likes, and dislikes from the live stream. Live chat doesn't transfer to the archive. Ah, okay. Thank you. That is good to know. Okay, actually, let's watch it one time with the transparency all the way on. I'll make, whoops. This bigger. Okay, that's working. I'm gonna just do an effects layer, an effects pass. So new animation layer, put this on the top. This is effects. And I'm gonna add some scorch. Basically just a blast and some little droplets. And then I'll just make these kind of dribble down. Or just fade away slowly, I guess. Okay. This is gonna look a lot better with when I add the sound effects. That's gonna be a big addition to this. It's a very sound effecty action. I don't know if this first frame is really adding much. And I think I need one more. Yeah. Why not? Oh man, I don't know if I want to even bother animating water into the bucket. Oh, I need to animate his hand, or color his hand. What do you guys think? Should I add a little water animation with the bucket or just leave it? I think it's probably fine. You and Icon keep it up. Man, thank you, Paul Larkin. Trying Blender's grease pencil and get some cool depth effects. I just downloaded Blender and I've been experimenting with it, and man, there's so much it can do. But yeah, I haven't played around with the grease pencil thing yet. That's just my learning new software threshold is very limited. All right, John, I'm gonna put some freaking water on there just for you. Where'd my effects go? Okay, so the bucket's gonna go boom. Whoa! Splart. Splash. Why am I doing blue? That arc is way off. How did I let that slide? That bucket needs to move like that. Ah. Good enough. All right. Now that effect has to move. Oh no. Can you guys even see what's going on here? Okay. We're adding splashing water to the bucket. See, the magic water is going to stay in the bucket because it's magic. Maybe a couple drops. Then it spills a drop. Okay, now I'm gonna color that water in. It's not much water, but maybe it'll look cool. Oops. Or it's going to just look crazy and label the water. Tahoma 2D looks like it'll be free, so that's exciting. Yeah, I really liked TVpaint, but it's definitely not necessary. I mean, nowadays I definitely wouldn't buy TVpaint. I would use Procreate or Blender, or there's a million different options. But I've been using TVpaint and it has been working for me. So, and I already own it, so there's no reason to change now. Okay, I think once I finish this, then he smears it with his little finger and it's gone. Alright, how is this looking? Oh, I need to get that. Oh, it looks a little weird. I should probably just leave the puddle there. Yeah, the splats can Procreate incorporate video on layer. I don't know. I haven't used Procreate, but I don't know. Okay, I'm going to leave the puddle there, which means I need to loop these frames. No, it means I need to delete these frames. And then oops. Wait, what am I doing? This doesn't even need to animate. I can just stay like that. Ah, but then he's walking all over it. Okay, never mind. Gonna do this on a new layer. No, that's super distracting now. Why is that little puddle so distracting? I don't know what to do with it. Does it evaporate? Does it stay there? Do I add more puddles? Maybe I need more puddles. That it starts evaporating and then stops. Yeah. Yeah, I should just make it evaporate, huh? Alright. I'm gonna get rid of you. That's fine. Doesn't matter. It's a 2-second gag. This is what happens. You start overthinking shit. It doesn't matter. Okay. Let's see where we're at. Oh yeah, I just need to color those the squirt drawings. And I think I'm done. These drawings. Whoa. Whoops. In this world, in this little cartoony world, things just evaporate really quickly. It's a crazy... They evaporate and then they reappear. Okay, I'm done. I'm shipping it. And then what I do is I export this, export to window cleaner, export, and then the export can take a little bit, but then I just export it and then I airdrop it to my phone, where I use an app called Video Shop and record the sound effects onto it, just using my phone and whatever things that make squishy sounds and probably some little feet tapping and stuff like that. And then it's ready to post. So that's it. Thank you guys for tuning in to my first live stream. It's been fun. Hopefully I'll do this more often. It definitely helped keep me at my desk. Finished the whole animation in 2 hours and 45 minutes. That is not bad. The hand wipe worked. Yeah, I'd say it worked enough. It's fine. It's just like, I could tweak the water splashes and stuff like that for forever, but it just doesn't matter. The gag is done. But yeah, thank you guys all for tuning in, and I will be doing this more often, hopefully. So Thanks, Django. Thanks for watching. Let's hang out soon or do some sort of digital hangout. All right. Take care.